It Chapter 2, the sequel to the hit It Chapter 1, is a movie that I didn't want to review, mainly because I didn't watch part 1 and we already have a guy who's good at doing movie reviews. But my boss was like, watch part 1 and then watch part 2 or you don't have a job anymore.
Listen, I am not nice, I am not kind, and I am not wonderful.
So after watching part 1 and 2, I say part 1 is the better movie. It feels more grounded, better paced and better written. 4 out of 5 stars. But this isn't a review for It Chapter 1, but its sequel, Chapter 2.
Hello.
Like a lot of sequels, it suffers from bigger is always better syndrome, where everyone involved is like, sure, we made a great horror movie with endearing and realistic characters, but we need more CGI and pointless characters. That's what people want. This is not to say that Chapter 2 is a bad movie, just one that decided to have a 3-hour runtime. 3 hour. Now looking at the positives, it has to be the performances, and that is where the sequel actually stays on point. The characters are believable and grounded and have amazing chemistry. The standouts have to be Bill Hader and James Ranson, who are just funny every time they interact. Which brings me to another point that you need to know. This is not just a horror movie, this is a movie about overcoming fear. So there is a lot of self-aware humor and references that you'll miss if you haven't seen part 1. Watch part 1. Another amazing performance comes from Bill Skarsgård, I hope I said that right, who plays the big bad clown and just knocks it out of the park every time he's on screen. Now I know I said this is a movie about overcoming fear, but that does not mean that this movie is not disturbing. There are plenty of creepy and messed up shit in this movie. So in conclusion, Chapter 2 is not as well thought out as part 1, but it's still an enjoyable experience if you have seen the prequel. My rating is 2.5 stars.